Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky arrived for emergency talks with European Union leaders on Thursday in Brussels. According to Associated Press, European Union leaders are holding the meeting to find ways to quickly increase their military budgets after the U.S. Trump administration signaled that Europe must take care of its own security and also suspended assistance to Ukraine. In just over a month, U.S. President Donald Trump has overturned old certainties about U.S. reliability as a security partner, as he embraces Russia and withdraws American support for Ukraine. On Monday, Trump ordered a pause to U.S. military supplies to Ukraine as he sought to press President Volodymyr Zelensky to engage in negotiations to end the war with Russia, bringing fresh urgency to the EU summit in Brussels. Claude Malhuret, a member of European Parliament, has insulted U.S. President Donald Trump in a fiery speech, calling him a traitor and incendiary emperor over Washington's recent anti-Ukrainian policies. In his insulting remarks about the Trump administration on March 4, French Senator Claude Malhuret said that Washington has become Nero's court, with an incendiary emperor, submissive courtiers, and a jester high on ketamine. "We are at war with a dictator. We are now at war with a dictator backed by a traitor," said Malhuret during the Senate debate. Claude Malhuret further lambasted Donald Trump, calling him a military service shirker daring to give strategy lessons to the war hero Volodymyr Zelensky, before dismissing him like a groom by ordering him to submit or resign. Malhuret's remarks follow last week's controversial Oval Office meeting, in which Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance publicly berated Ukrainian President Zelensky, interrupted him, demanded him to be more grateful for Washington's military in the war with Russia. Trump accused Zelensky of gambling with World War III and told him to leave White House. Following the spat in White House, European leaders gathered in London to rally support for Zelensky and Ukraine.
Washington est devenu la cour de Néron, un empereur incendiaire, des courtisans soumis et un bouffon sous kétamine chargé de l'épuration de la fonction publique. C'est un drame pour le monde libre, mais c'est d'abord un drame pour les États-Unis. Le message de Trump est que rien ne sert d'être son allié puisqu'il ne vous défendra pas, qu'il vous imposera plus de droits de douane qu'à ses ennemis et vous menacera de s'emparer de vos territoires tout en soutenant les dictatures qui vous envahissent. Le roi du deal est en train de montrer ce qu'est l'art du deal à plat ventre. Il pense qu'il va intimider la Chine en se couchant devant Poutine, mais Xi Jinping, devant un tel naufrage, est sans doute en train d'accélérer les préparatifs de l'invasion de Taïwan. Jamais dans l'histoire un président des États-Unis n'a capitulé devant l'ennemi. Jamais aucun n'a soutenu un agresseur contre un allié. Jamais aucun n'a piétiné la Constitution américaine, pris autant de décrets illégaux, révoqué les juges qui pourraient l'en empêcher, limogé d'un coup l'état-major militaire, affaibli tous les contre-pouvoirs et pris le contrôle des réseaux sociaux. Ce n'est pas une dérive illibérale, c'est un début de confiscation de la démocratie. Rappelons-nous qu'il n'a fallu qu'1 mois, 3 semaines et 2 jours pour mettre à bas la République de Weimar et sa Constitution. J'ai confiance dans la solidité de la démocratie américaine et le pays proteste déjà. Mais en 1 mois, Trump a fait plus de mal à l'Amérique qu'en 4 ans de sa dernière présidence. Nous étions en guerre contre un dictateur, nous nous battons désormais contre un dictateur.
Hundreds of protesters gathered outside San Francisco's City Hall today as part of the nationwide 50 States, 50 Protests event, which has drawn demonstrators upset with the Trump administration across the country. According to Associated Press, protesters condemned his administration's policies, particularly his handling of the Ukrainian war. Another major point of contention was Elon Musk's ongoing efforts to reduce the size of the US government by firing thousands of workers. Critics argue that Musk's influence on government prioritizes corporate interests over the needs of the American public, further exacerbating inequality and environmental harm. The 50 States, 50 Protests initiative, which mobilized protests in every state, is seen as a response to what activists describe as the consolidation of power among a select few in both government and industry. The demonstrations are expected to continue across the nation in the coming weeks and months.
For my own mental health, because it makes me feel like I'm doing something other than just the screaming inside of my head, right, that goes on every day. And I want to be heard. Now, I feel unsafe. I feel like we're so much more vulnerable in the past. I mean, he's done so much damage. How long is it going to take us to get out of this mess?
With our power, we have power. With our power, we have the power. With our power, we have the power. Hey, hey, ho-ho! Elon Musk has got to go. Hey, hey, ho-ho! Elon Musk has got to go. Ukraine, not Russia. Ukraine, not Russia. Ukraine, not Russia.
That meeting with Zelensky, it just appeared to be contrived up front. And it just made us so disgusted to see an American president act that way on the world stage.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go.
While they voted for this man and betrayed the world, they did it for a couple bucks, or what they perceived to be a couple bucks. And I think the remorse kicking in, because when they find out that, oh, the eggs are more expensive, everything is more expensive. As soon as that kicks in and they realize it, what are they going to do now? Like, oh, we're stuck.
Democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go.
It's just everything that's going on right now. Like, I just feel like our country is heading in the wrong direction, and it is scary. It's really scary for, like, my family, my kids especially. Like, where is this all? How can we stop this? This is crazy. There's people making decisions that nobody voted for or anything like that, and it just seems nuts to me.
Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. So I think if we can do little things here and there, maybe it'll make a difference. There's a lot of us, so if a lot of us do little things, it'll hopefully make a difference. So.